This frontside bearing have to be installed to the front cover, and then the shaft have to be pushed through there. And now for the backside bearings, we have to install cover with 4mm bolts. But here is one problem. This backside thing, we have to install lock nuts and bolts first. So I fastly disassembled this and fixed the problem. Why this thing at the back is so important? Well, actually everything is pretty simple. The gearbox shaft cannot move forward because there are smaller gears and they are blocking the movement. But the shaft can move backwards, and if this happened, the gears will be disconnected and shaft is not turning anymore. This is bad and we don't want this. That's why there is 6mm bolt what I am screwing right now. And when this is touching to the back tip of the shaft, it cannot move backwards anymore. But really important, don't tighten this up too hard, you just have to slightly touch it. Everything is almost done, only soldering. This is really boring part, nothing to speak about this, fast time lapse. And now finally it's time for the first test. Well, this is really loud, but it works perfectly. But now it's time to build and install water pump. For no reason, I did acetone vaporing for the impeller. If you are interested about acetone vaporing and building this environment what you see right now, well, I have also a video for it. Well, like you see, this came out perfectly and this is extremely smooth. Now when this is done, we can finally finish the water pump. We start with installing same size bearing what you used before. After this, we can attach water pump body to the gearbox. For impeller, I use a bit super glue, and off camera I grind 1mm material away from one side of the steel rod. For the water pump front cover, I use a bit silicone to make this watertight. And secure this to the place with 3mm bolts. And now finally everything is ready. But before we fire this water pump up, maybe we wanna hit the subscribe button, leave the like for this video and turn the notification bell on. This will be huge support for me, so thank you a lot. And actually I wanna thank you everybody who have already done this. And thank you all for the positive feedback and who have liked my videos and share with your friends and family, and I just cannot thank you enough. But okay, now back to the video. I back my water pump up and drive to the new location where we start testing. I find one bucket where I cut the hole and hot glue their water pump intake. In this bucket I pump the water from the cave, and when I turn the water pump on, the water what is in bucket will start flying. I take the power for the water pump straight from the 12-volt power drill battery. And by the way, one thing more what I have to mention, everything is printed out with ABS. Probably everything should work with PLA also, but I'm just ABS fan, nothing to do with it. But okay, now it's time to pump the water to the bucket and fire this water pump up. Right now water pump impeller turning wrong way. I fix this problem in next round. And actually there is lot of water inside the gearbox. I actually tried to build this leaking proof, but still the bearings and bolts probably are leaking. But this doesn't mean that we stop here. A bit water in my face, no problem. In this footage, just look how fast